Okay, on to some kind of application problems. First one asks, how long is it going to take for $3,200 to double at 6.5 annual interest compounded monthly 12 times a year? Our formula is A equals the ending amount is the starting amount, the principal, times 1 plus R over N times N to the T. And we're going to fill in the numbers here. So for $3,200 to double, it'll be $6,400. Don't forget to move the decimal 2 places. And N is 12. Tell us that directly. And so we get 12 times T. So we're solving for T. And the first thing we're going to do is get rid of that 3,200 multiplying our base of our exponent. Now I want you to notice something, because we could have skipped a step here. When I divide 6,400 by $3,200, I'm going to get a 2. If they'd asked for tripling, I'd get a 3. If they asked for quadrupling, I'd get a 4. So you can actually skip 2 here on this problem. Okay, I need to apply a log of this base to both sides. Now, I'm not going to write it on the right-hand side because it will just cancel and I'm left with a 12t. But I am going to write it over here. Log base 1 plus 0.065 over 12 of 2. And that's going to be equal to 12t. So I'm going to divide by 12. I'm skipping a step. So I get t is equal to log base 1 plus 0.065 over 12 of 2, all divided by 12. So I'm going to go enter that into the calculator. Get math and up arrow to get to log of any base quickly. So I am going to type in that whole thing, 1 plus 0.065 divided by 12 into the base, and it will follow order of operations, so I don't need any extra parentheses, of 2, all divided by 12. And I get 10.7 years. I don't know what they asked around, but I think they asked around. So t equals 10.7. So it's going to take, it's a fairly low interest rate. It'll take about 10 years to double it. Okay, same question, but they're telling us that it compounds continuously, and that equation is the PERT equation. Okay, a lot simpler. And I'm also going to start with that idea that if I'm going to double my amount, so A and P are going to be the 6,400 and the 3,200, I'm going to just skip that step and write 2 equals E to the, my rate is again 0.065 times time. All right, so in order to solve for time, I'm going to take the natural log of both sides. And when I take the natural log of this, it just cancels the E out. And I get ln of 2 equals 0.0065 t. I'm going to divide everything by 0.065. And then I'm going to put that in the calculator. Ln of 2. I need to close that parentheses for the division. And I get about 10.66, so slightly less time. So we're going to say t equals 10.66, which still rounds to 10.7. And what interest rate would it take to double $3,200 in 6 years if the interest was compounded continuously? Okay, so again, we're going to start with the 2 equals E to the RT, and we know that T is 6. So we're doing the exact same thing, only now we're solving for the interest rate. So we're going to take the natural log of both sides, and I get R is equal to ln of 2 divided by 6, which is approximately looks like an interest rate of about 11.6%. And they do want you to enter it in percent. Okay, done with this video, on to the lab.